Iconoclast Speaks.
Welcome back to the Iconoclast Speaks. I am the Iconoclast.
And I'm F-Boy. What's up?
Yeah, nice. So I thought this time, because you used to be a scrawny little nothing. Like when I first met you, you're like 50 pounds.
You were trying to fight?
No, I'm not trying to fight, but like bullying.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were bullied at some point in your life.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit.
I mean,
I think
I was bullied when I was younger. Like I had a specific guy, and I can tell you the whole story. Like when I went to a Catholic school up until 4th grade, and then I got moved to a private Christian school. And the way it worked, I had to ride a bus from my school, and it took us to the public school. Then I transferred to another bus, and from there they took us to it was worked with Dayton Christian as well as with this other school called Chaminade Julienne.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go to the high school, Dayton Christian High School first, then they would drive over to Chaminade Julienne, which was the Catholic high school, and then they'd go to Dayton Christian Middle School.
Okay.
And so I was like in 5th, 6th grade, and there was this dude who went to Chaminade Julienne who was a high schooler. I was like in 5th or 6th grade, and this high school guy, and his name was Ashley.
He probably got made fun of in high school.
Exactly, yeah. But he was like total if you've ever seen Pretty in Pink, he was totally like what's his name?
That redhead?
Is it Kevin Spader? Or,
is that the redhead dude?
Yeah, the dude that was like very rich and he was like,
yeah.
But he had dark hair, but he had the long mullet and everything.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different dude.
You're thinking of somebody else. Yeah, not the Kevin Stoltz or whatever his name was. I can't remember the names. But anyways, Ashley, for whatever reason, he decided that I was a guy he was going to pick on. One, probably because I was in 5th and 6th grade, and anyone older would have probably beat him up.
Was he in 9th grade?
No, he was like probably a sophomore or junior in high school. And so I'm like, he's a sophomore or junior in high school picking on me, and he would just like every day, mercilessly, would like just pick on me, tease me, to a point where I sat at the front of the bus. And I never like went to my parents and cried about it. I never even reported him to the bus driver. I didn't even report him to anybody. He just terrorized me, and was just in my head. Like I never thought, oh man, I should report this guy. He's a jerk. I was just like, this guy's a jerk. In my head, I was just always wondering. I'm like, he's in high school. Why is he picking on me?
Yeah.
Like I'm. Other than physically, I can't hurt him.
He was probably going through some bullcrap in his life, and that was probably like something that
he's like,
was
hey,
just how he coped with it. Because for me, I definitely got made fun of for being small. I remember I had the nickname Goldfish because I guess I got big eyes from my head. I got a big forehead. I remember some people making fun of that. I'm trying to think.
But big folder heads was a sign of royalty back in the day.
Yeah, and it means big butt cheeks. And I want to have big butts. I want to have a big butt.
So. I know, that's one of your quests.
Yep. You were saying that you never cried to your mom and dad. It's funny because I would honestly come home some nights and just be like a whiny little depressed person sometimes and be like, Mom, Dad, Goldfish never really bothered me. It bothered me, but I never mentioned that to them. I was like, Goldfish. I was just like, that's such a dumb name. Like, what? Just call me Fish. That sounds cool.
Yeah, call me Fish.
But, what's that, Nums? Yeah. Another beer? Okay, hold on.
So technical difficulties here.
There you go. Don't crack it. Don't shake it. Seriously, don't shake it. Make sure you give it, because if it splurts everywhere, like if the beer goes, don't want that. Anyways. So
you just wanted to be called Fish.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And football. my senior year, I got called Bones because I was like skin and bones.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I do remember like because of my size. I remember being mad at my parents for that. Like I took my anger out on them, which was like so dumb and retarded. Like
you blame them for you being small.
Yeah, and but what I'm thankful for is like if I never got bullied about like my size, then I would have never gotten into personal training. I would have never gotten into getting fit. And I just like wanted to have lived a healthier lifestyle, I guess. Even though I'm like drinking a beer right now, but it made me work harder. I think it's good to get bullied. I think it's good to get shit on and just like people just like hurting you, making you feel depressed, making you feel like shit. Because when that stuff happens, like it just like motivates. For me, it motivates me to just be like, I'm gonna be so much better than this person. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, they're going through like no problems. Like that's like what my mind was.
Yeah.
Thinking back in high school. Even up to like a few years ago, I just recently started like growing a higher level of consciousness and thinking that like everyone has thoughts. Like I used to think, oh, it's just me that has all these thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's like every single one of us
has ideas and thoughts.
Yeah, and just thoughts of like, oh my gosh, like why is this happening to me?
Well, I think for like you came from your family, because I know your family. You came from a strong family unit, so I think that also helped you in that when you were bullied, you had some self-worth placed in you. And I think, like for me, I had the same thing. Like my parents had instilled in me a level of self-worth, so that even though this guy was a jerk on the bus and treated me like crap, it didn't make me. I mean, I wasn't like devastated, like oh my gosh, why doesn't this boy named Ashley like me? You know,
have you ever had this kind of people though that are like such jerks, but you just want them to like you so much, where you just keep trying?
Yeah.
I've had a few of those.
But at the same time, I was just like, you know what? Like at the time, like physically, I was not able to like there I was like, stick up to your boys. Well, if I actually would try to punch this guy, he probably would have beat the crap out of me. Even though in my head he seems big, but I don't think he was really that big a guy. But because he was older, he would have beat me down.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it made me develop my mind, and I became, like, from 5th grade on, I became a lot more sarcastic, more quick-witted, more, like, so I would diffuse situations with my sense of humor and how I talk to people, as opposed to trying to beat them down. Because I was just like, you know what? I really don't want to get into fights.
I remember one time, a group I was like a sophomore, and like a group of like juniors were like kind of like making fun of me. It wasn't even like that bad, but I just like diffused the situation very fast, picked up my peaches off of my food tray, turned around and flung them at the dudes.
Yeah.
And it like soaked them. They got hit with like peaches, like wet peaches. and I was like, I said the F word. I won't say the F word on here, but I was like, what no, fuck, I just said it.
I won't say it, but let me tell you what I said.
You can bleep it out. But I just like that's something like even though I like got bullied about things, I was also like still popular. Mm-hmm. Like I played sports, I hung out with all like the popular kids, but popular kids get bullied too. So like if anyone that's like not popular in a good clique, like popular kids get bullied too, and that's the result of you unpopular kids getting bullied. It's just a result of us getting bullied in some sense as well, whether it's from like upperclassmen or a boss, or like we all bully each other, and I think it's good. I think like because we learn what we can say, what we can't say, how far to push it. And I think like right now, like we're definitely living in a time where it's like everyone's getting offended and we're trying to help everyone, but honestly I think that's hurting everyone if we keep trying to baby everyone and make everyone feel like, oh, you shouldn't be getting made fun of for that. It's like, who cares? Like they probably shouldn't, but it's like don't like, don't try and police that. Like, if you try and police people's, like, speech, like, that's not going to end well. That's just going to create more anger.
Yeah, it's going to cause more conflict. And I think, like I said, like, I think people need to realize, and I think in this day and age, like, there's these kids who get bullied or whatever, and they just crumble. But I think part of it is, as a parent, in my head, is like, my parents instilled some self-worth into me. And I think that a lot of parents don't really do that.
Yeah.
And that's only what I'm getting from listening to these families whose kids get bullied to the point where they just are crumbled and, you know, they commit suicide, stuff like that. I'm like, it makes me wonder, well,
it sucks.
Not necessarily that I blame the parents, but it's why, because in my head I can't comprehend that. Like, suicide is something I can't comprehend, and I'm sure there's people who, like, go through something that gets them to that point, but I don't understand it. But it makes me instill with my kids that, like, you know what, and I've told my kids, there's people who aren't going to like you, and it doesn't matter what you say to them. There's people who are going to make fun of you. Like, I make fun of my kids. I tease them all the time, but that's because I was teased all the time by my uncles and my family. So, and I think that kind of helped in that, like, I was teased by them, and I knew they loved me. So that when someone who didn't like me teased me, I was like, yeah, so what? That's not nearly as bad as what the people who love me says.
Yeah.
So, but I think if we don't instill raise kids up to realize that they are valuable, when someone does bully them, they'll just crumble. But if they know, you know, who cares what this guy says? You know, he's not the be-all, end-all, or she's not the be-all, end-all, and he's not always going to be there. And that someday he probably will be working for me.
Yeah.
You know, and that was my mindset. Like, these people who bully me, like, I don't know what happened to this Ashley guy at all. In my head, I see him every day, and he has a sign that says homeless, and he wants
but that
to
means
change.
he still pisses you off, and you gotta.
Yeah, but I really don't think about it. But that's like when I thought, because I just recently thought about him because Link was asking me about bullies. Actually,
Really?
Yeah.
Was he getting bullied?
No, he doesn't get, but he's big. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's tall. And that doesn't mean he won't get bullied, but like for his age, he's kind of not a smaller guy. I mean, he's almost taller than me. And
yeah, he's big.
So he's gonna be a big kid. But he bullies people, and I've told him that. And, you know, it's like, dude, you're a huge bully to your brothers and sisters. You're a jerk.
Yeah.
I go, and someday someone's gonna bully you, and I'm gonna just laugh.
Just gonna laugh.
I'm gonna laugh at it.
But
no. So I mean,
that's you bullying him. So that's where he gets it from.
Exactly.
So it's like we become who we surround ourselves with.
Yeah.
I think, and so like for me, like I'm sarcastic as well. Like,
really,
Macy, come on, stop drinking water.
Jeez.
I'm offended. But I come from like a big sarcastic Catholic family, and like we love to drink beer, and we love to just be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where I was going with that. I just wanted to say that.
You just want
Freaking Macy messed me up because she's like,
drink stupid dumb dog.
no, don't say that. That's
What?
rude.
Well, she doesn't understand.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. Where did we want to go with the bullying?
We're just that everyone. I think everyone needs to understand that everyone gets bullied at some point in their life. And I think that's the problem is people think that I'm the only one that's gotten bullied.
Yeah.
So I think
and it's for the rest of your life too.
Yeah, you're always going to have people who treat you like crappily or say things that hurt your feelings. But then you got to realize that, okay, is a hurt feeling going to totally ruin my day?
Yeah.
Like, because I have people say things to me all the time, and I read something that they say about me, like whether it's on Facebook or this, that, and it's like, you know what? I mean, they took a lot of time to think of what to say to me. Yeah. I don't know how long it took them to make this comeback. I made this post at 3 in the morning. They didn't respond till 3 in the afternoon. I feel kind of bad for them because it took them 12 hours to come up with that response.
Yeah.
So in my head, I just think they're slow and not very smart.
Yeah, but even at the same time, like you even thinking about that whole picture, like that's a lot of energy.
Well, I just thought about it right now.
You just thought about it.
Yeah.
You've probably been thinking about it since 3 a.m.
It's been eating me up. So basically what you said at 3 p.m. today, it's pissed me off.
It's been pissing me off.
But it took you a long time to come up with that.
But yeah. Yeah, I think it's okay to get bullied. At the end of the day, it's gonna make you stronger. If you're getting bullied, it's part of life. It also allows you to know what's good and what's bad in life. Because if everything was good, then you wouldn't understand anything bad.
You wouldn't enjoy it as much.
And like when like parents are like trying to like protect kids from like anything that's bad or evil, it's like that's gonna probably make them want to go after those bad things, like go after the drugs, go after instead, like, I think it's more about communicating with children at a young age as adults. You, like, make sure they're making, like, I've never been a parent, so I don't know how to do it, and maybe one day I'll figure out how to do it or try and figure it out. I don't know. But I think, like, when I talk to, like, my nephews and nieces, I like to talk to them as if they're adults and, like, try and have, like, a legit conversation and, like, get them thinking, and, like, I'll mess with them or whatever. But then I'll mess with them, but then I'll also, like, treat them like they're equals. Mm-hmm. And I think that's key, is, like, treating as many people as possible as equals. Every now and then we're going to mess up, and there's going to be some people where it's just like, I'm not going to treat you well. And then that's just some kind of, like, something that we personally, whenever we put ourselves in situations where we're being assholes, that's just something deep down that's, like, going on in our life that we got to fix it. You know, like, that's not fair to put someone else in a bad situation. We shouldn't be, like, that's just evil. But at the same time, like, people shouldn't be offended. Like, get used to being bullied. It's gonna happen for the rest of your life. And something that I recommend, something that I do is, like, I try not to be passive aggressive anymore. When someone, like, does something that I find disrespectful, I do my best to immediately let them know, hey, no, you're not going to talk to me like that. Even if it's like a boss. Like, to me now, I'm like, my life is so much more valuable than anything else, really. Like, except for the people that I love, which are family members, super close friends, people that I personal train and things like that. People that invest in me pretty much are the people that I will care about their life a little bit more than mine most of the time. Every now and then, maybe I won't, because I think humans do that all the time. Sometimes we just accidentally care about ourselves more. But I always lose my thoughts.
Because you just ramble.
I'm a rambler.
It's alright, man. It's alright. So, but baby, I got what you're saying is that basically, you know, don't let the bully control the outlook of your life. And, like, if someone disrespects you, you let them know, like, what you said was disrespectful. And I don't know if you meant to be disrespectful or you're just careless with your words.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it could be that people say things and they're not even thinking what they're saying as being sarcastic or mean or a bullying situation, but maybe you're just could be too sensitive on that situation.
Yeah, seriously.
And so a lot of times you may want to reevaluate, like, instead of being like, oh, I'm being bullied, maybe that person just hit a nerve on you that they didn't even know they hit. And maybe it sounds like, maybe, like if someone said, like, you came in and your hair's all messed up, and they're just like, dude, what happened to you, man? You look awful.
The worst is, like, because I, like, whenever I get sick or if I, like, just didn't get enough sleep, and someone says, man, are you tired? Like, when someone says, are you tired? People, I know a lot of you do this. Don't ask a person, hey, are you tired? Because you're automatically assuming that the person looks like shit. Yeah. Don't say that. Or just don't assume anything where it's like, hey, like, if you're asking a question where it's going to offend someone, but I guess I need to be better with people saying that, but...
Because you do look tired.
I know. I've been hustling today. I went to yoga this morning, then I ran.
Hot yoga.
Hot yoga. I ran.
I don't do hot yoga.
And then I'm just fighting this cold right now. But I think today's the last day of the cold.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, I went off topic. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. Freaking iconoclast.
So, like, that's what we do, though. We go all over the place with this. So, what about you guys? I'm sure all of you have been bullied. If you want to tell us your bullying story, or maybe you're the bully, tell us why you do it. Is it fun for you? Maybe that's like the joy of your life. Maybe that's what brings you joy. And we've talked about joy before.
Yeah.
Maybe picking on the person and finding that little button to push. I know I do that, push people's buttons, but often I'm not meaning to be a bully. It's just
It's just some kind of insecurity you're
no.
going
It's
through.
just I just know what sets people off, and sometimes I find it funny.
Yeah.
So
And it's because you get set off really easily. So
Yeah.
people like that. It's because you get
So.
your feelings hurt.
But thanks for checking us out. Like I said, if you're listening to iTunes or Google Play, look us up on Facebook. It's the Iconoclast Speaks. And join the Facebook page. You can actually watch us do the podcast and leave comments and be a part of the community there. It's growing every day. So it's leaps and bounds. And also check out the Disco Ball Man comic book because they are sponsoring the Iconoclast Speaks. So they're available on Amazon. And issue 2 is coming out. It may already be out. I haven't really checked that, but it's on. There's at least 2 issues. I know you can pre-order issue 2 on Kindle. So go check it out, and we'll see you next time.
Cool.
Bye.
Peace.
The Iconoclast Speaks.